colleague, Patrick Lane, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at Benzinga.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it, man. So guys, indulge us for just a couple minutes here. It makes sense, I think, to steal a few minutes from our agenda for an impromptu speaker. It's funny, Tyson, you mentioned that Detroit hustles harder, because I feel that is certainly true of Acreage and certainly true of Kevin Murphy, CEO of Acreage Holdings, who we are stealing a few minutes of your time, sir. Come on up. Please welcome Kevin. Thank you, my friend.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Well, thank you for the gracious hospitality. I was not expected to be here, but my plans changed last night around 7:30, so I'm fresh in from Chicago this morning and off to Ohio this afternoon. Now, my colleague Tyson had given you a little bit of an overview of us as Acreage, so I'd prefer basically to divert away from that and really just speak to the folks here in the audience and give a little bit of a different perspective as to how we see the cannabis industry and how we see this unfolding going forward, not only for us, but maybe it would give you some insights as to how you might think about your own businesses here in Michigan and beyond. Now, you know, this is probably one of the most wonderful businesses that I've ever been a part of. I, like my colleague Tyson, was a reformed hedge fund manager, had been a Wall Street guy for most of my adult life, spent most of my time, telling friends and family how awesome we were. And I'll tell you, being in this business, there is no greater privilege than enriching the life of someone else. And I say that in all sincerity, because at the end of the day, we can build businesses, we can be entrepreneurial, but we can also help people help themselves. And whether it's through compassionate care, through cannabis reform, or whether it's basically taking $1 and making $2, we are focused on our investors, that is for sure. Now, as a public company, we're graded every day on a mark-to-market basis, and we certainly have to keep our eye on the bottom line. But I will assure you of this, we've been given an unbelievable gift to be in the cannabis space. This is the fastest growing industry in the United States, and everyone in this room should be proud to be a participant in that. But everyone in this room needs to know that they are afforded the opportunity to be a part of it. Now let's be very, very clear. This business is about helping people help themselves. And if you want to make a lot of money, find a very good partner. Partnership leads to great economics. So from our vantage point, we were very, very fortunate to find great partners to work with, great partners to invest in us. They believed in our story, and they jettisoned us into the public markets. Everyone in this room has an opportunity to do the same. Find your lane, run that lane. If you need capital, find a partner. If you need resources, find a partner. Partnership, again, leads to great business. And then from there, you can essentially produce product that we believe will change the world. Our view of this is very, very simple. We want to make cannabis available for anyone in this country that needs it. And again, from our vantage point, no greater joy than enriching someone's life. I was at a conference on this past Monday, and you had people from all over the world talking about their different capabilities. And one guy from Silicon Valley had shocked the crowd by saying in 50 years, AI is going to steal 50% of the jobs in the United States. We won't even need people to do all the things that we do. Well, AI can't supplement for compassionate care. AI can't supplement for partnership and ultimately helping each other in this room. Now, we've been very, very fortunate to grow our business with a $1 billion balance sheet to now give back. Do we do it because it's the right thing to do and it makes headlines? No, we do it because it's our social obligation to do it. Because we've been given such good fortune in this business that it is our obligation to give back. So what we are going to do, and I was smiling at one of the comments on one of the previous discussions where, a lot of guys are buying private jets. Our motto is, we love spending money. We like spending our own money. We have a hard time spending yours, okay? So we're not buying the private jets with corporate capital. What we are doing, though, is going back into the communities that have been disadvantaged by cannabis, the communities that have been harmed by cannabis, and frankly, not giving hands out, basically, but giving people hands up. And at the end of the day, I, like many of you, grew up I had 5 brothers, and frankly, we didn't fight for our last meal, but I can guarantee you this, at the end of the day, we didn't have the resources, the money, but we actually had people in our lives that helped us. And that's what has given us the opportunity to be where we are today. So I want to leave you with this. Be excited about where you are in the space. Anyone has an opportunity in this space to excel, but make no mistake about it. If you truly, truly want to have great success, find great people around you to help you with that vision and success. And don't confuse yourself with the idea person or the money person, okay? Because you can really lose a lot of money if you think you're both. And everyone likes to do it on their own, and everyone likes to kind of forge forward and be that person. But I can promise you, in this business specifically, the 1 + 1 = 4 or 5. We don't have competitors in this business. We're all huddling for heat because this business in particular has so many headwinds from a regulatory standpoint, from a local standpoint, from towns that say, hey, you're not welcome here. Trust me. Don't try to tell that to the parents of a child who's got 70 seizures a day and it's reduced to 1 a month because of cannabis, okay? Or don't tell the veteran with PTSD that he can't use cannabis when that man or that woman has chosen to risk their life for this country, okay? This is about free choice, free will, and I'll tell you this much. This has been the most joyful experience of my life, and I can't be more proud to be associated with you guys here. So thanks for your time and attention, and I'm glad I had a chance to speak.